Hey guys, it's me again. Now it's Tuesday, March 24th. We're going to start this morning with spelling, okay, as usual, okay. Spelling workbook, you are going to be doing pages 207, 208, and 209. So let's take a quick look on page 207, where we're doing our proofreading. It says you, excuse me, use proofreading marks to find 8 misspelled basic or review words and 4 mistakes at the beginning or end of quotations in this dialogue from a story. So we can find the misspelled words easily, okay? Let's see here. Oh, you know what? I am on the wrong page. Excuse me. I'm on page 201, using proofreading marks to find 10 misspelled basic or review words and 4 mistakes in underlining or capitalization of book titles, okay? Alrighty. So, who thinks they can see what is a book title that should have been underlined? Looking in the very first line, okay? If you underlined Enter the Polar Regions, you are correct. Okay, that's one that should be underlined. And the word enter is misspelled, isn't it? So make our proofreading mark and write enter above. Okay? All righty. So next page. Now we're on page 202. For sure I'm on the right page this time. Okay? All righty. You know the drill here. Fill in the bubble for the correct answer. All righty. Now, let's take a look on page 203. Okay, take a look at the words in the yellow box. They are prop, stagehand, on stage, audition. Okay, you guys all know about that. Audience, script, memorize, role. Okay, the only one that might be questionable there would be role, okay? Role would be another word for saying part. Which part were you going to have in a play? Okay, and I do want you to do the challenge words at the bottom. All righty? So that's spelling for today. All righty. Let's take a look at our women's history paper for today. It is on Sally Ride. Okay, a person who's from here in Southern California. She's born in Encino, which is just over the hill in the valley. Okay, I think you'll find reading about her interesting. Let's take a look at the questions on the back, and please answer in complete sentences. Let's take a look at number 1, because there might be a word there that you're not quite sure what it means. It says, even though Sally Ride tried to make it very clear that she became an astronaut because she wanted to fly in space, and not achieve any feminist, that's the word I want to talk about, feminist goals, she nevertheless became an instant celebrity among women. Why do you suppose this happened? Let's talk about what you think feminist means. Okay, we've talked many times about in the old days, women weren't allowed to pretty much do anything except being teachers or nurses or secretary, okay? So the feminist movement was a movement where things started to change and women were allowed into any kind of work that they wanted. So feminist goals would be talking about what the women's movement wanted to achieve. In other words, getting women into all kinds of different jobs. Okay? I think the rest of the questions are pretty self-explanatory. Why did NASA lift its ban? That means not allowing women in the space program. How did Sally Ride decide between seeking a career as a tennis player and going back to college? And the last one is, why did Navy Captain Robert L. Crippen, commander of the 7th Space Shuttle mission, choose Sally Ride? Okay. Again, as always, use your questions to get your answers started. Okay? All righty. Excuse me. Let's move on to English. Okay, we're looking at worksheet 6.5, using good and well correctly, okay? So good is an adjective that describes a noun. The word well is an adverb, describes a verb. And it says a negative idea can be formed by using never or not before a verb or by adding no before a noun. It's all kind of confusing, isn't it? So again, this is where you rely on your ear to really help you. Okay? So let's take a look at number 1. It says, write good or well to complete the sentence. Let's take a look at it. It is a blank day for a picnic. What do you think? I mean, that's pretty easy, right? It is a good day for a picnic. If we put it is a well day for a picnic, that just doesn't sound right. So, so it's good in that sentence. All right, let's take a look at number 2. I think Olivia plays the piano very blank. How? Okay, remember how means we're thinking of an adverb. So I think Olivia plays the piano very well. Okay, we would not say she plays the piano very good. That just doesn't sound correct. So well is correct. All right, let's look in the second section. It says circle the number of each sentence that is correct. So some of them aren't going to be correct. Let's look at number 1. Number 6, very timely, right? There is no school on Monday. How's that sound to you? Is that correct? Yeah, that's written correctly. So we would be circling number 6. How about number 7? I don't sing good. Does that really sound correct to you? What if we replace good with well? I don't sing well. Yeah, that would be more correct, right? So we're not going to circle number 7. That one is incorrect. We're only circling the sentences that are correct on this paper. All right, and let's take a look down at the bottom. This one's going to take a little bit more time because you're going to have to rewrite each sentence and either use never or the word no, N-O, or not to express a negative idea. All right, so let's take a look at number 11. It says, Mark left a message for you. Okay, how could we use one of those 3 words to convey or to show a negative idea? Okay, the answer would be, Mark left no message for you. Copy that down. Mark left no message for you. Remember, you can always pause this video. Let's do number 12 together as well. It says, I have dessert after supper. Now, we need to add one of those 3 words in there. What are we adding? I never have dessert after supper. Copy that down. I never have dessert after supper. Alrighty. So you're going to fill out the rest of this page on your own, okay? Refer to your book if you need to. It's pages 152 and 153. Okay? All right, good job. All right, math for today is lesson 17.5, where we are adding and subtracting mixed numbers. Remember, a mixed number is a whole number and a fraction. And this is really pretty easy peasy if you start and go slowly on it. So let's take a look at at these problems. Okay? So we need to follow the steps. So 1 1/4 plus 3 3/4. First of all, add your fractions together. Okay, so in this case, we're adding 1/4 and, 2/4. So we're doing that. So we get that, and we get 3/4. Okay, then our second step is to add the whole numbers. So step 1, add your fractions. Step 2, add your whole numbers. 1 plus 3 is 4. Your answer is 4 3/4. Pretty easy, right? Okay, but as always, we get thrown a curveball, right? So here's an example of a curveball addition problem. It's not going to happen in subtraction, but it'll happen in addition. So let's take a look at this. 4/6 plus 1 3/6. All right, so again, let's follow our steps like we learned on the previous problem. Add your fractions together. 4/6 plus 3/6 equals 7/6. Okay? And add our whole numbers together. Well, we only have the 1, so it just stays 1. Now, here's the curve ball. When you have a fraction that is an improper fraction, remember an improper fraction is where the numerator is bigger than the denominator, we have to turn that into a mixed number. So we have 7/6. So to turn that into a mixed number, we have to divide. Okay? So divide 6 into 7, goes 1 time. So that is our whole number once. And then we have a remainder. Remember, we put the remainder with the divisor, and that becomes a fraction. So 7/6 becomes 1 1/6. So now we have one more step to go, okay? So step 1 was adding our fractions. Step 2 was adding our whole numbers. Step 3 was because we had an improper fraction, that is where the numerator was bigger than the denominator, we had to convert that into a mixed number. And here we did. Now, this is where we're at. Now, step 4, you're going to add your whole number to your new mixed number to get your answer, 2 1/6. Okay? All right. Now let's take a look at subtraction. Subtraction, 2 steps. Okay, let's try this one. 4 5/8 minus 3 1/8. Okay, step 1, subtract your fractions. Remember, we don't pay attention to the denominator. We only subtract the numerator. So 5/8 minus 1/8 equals 4/8. Then we subtract our whole numbers. 4 take away 3 is 1. Put our answers together, and we get 1 4/8. Okay? So on your paper for today, you're going to do 1 through 11. Okay? And you know what? Let's let it go at that. I'm going to go ahead. Let's X out. I already X'd out on the copy I had sent to you, but let's X out all the problem solving and test prep. Okay? So let's just have you do 1 through 11 for your math today. Okay? It for today, guys. Good luck. I know you can do this. Just take it step by step. If you have to replay the video, replay the video. Okay? All right. Take care, guys.